Hmm?
Good evening, everyone, and warm welcome. I trust you can hear me.
Yes, sir, we can.
Thank you very much for confirming. So, Vidya, thank you very much for joining in and warm welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Anandita, and warm welcome. So, we will wait for another 5 minutes for rest of the participants to join. Uh, Meanwhile, you're free to unmute and introduce yourself, or you can use the chat box as well and share about yourself. So, Anandita, good evening and warm welcome.
Hi, good
Hi.
evening. Thank you so much. My name is Anindita Mukherjee, and right now I am a stay-at-home mom. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and so I was a teacher before when I was working, so I used to teach, and right now I'm on a break, and I am from Bangalore. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anandita, for joining in and sharing about yourself. Uh, Dinkar Rao, good evening and warm welcome.
Good evening. I hope my voice is clear.
Yeah, your voice is clear. However, it is low, but yeah, we can hear you.
Achha. You want me to introduce
Yeah,
myself?
you can. If you're comfortable, you can share a couple of lines about yourself.
I'm trying to get in this video. I can't locate that video. Where is it?
No, video is fine. You can still share about yourself.
Okay, okay.
It's fine.
I am Dinakara Rao. Like you, I am bald, bold, and beautiful. I am 77 years old, or young, depending upon the thinking. Of course, I feel 77 years young. Retired as Chief General Manager State Bank, and I am trained in the field of behavioral science and also transactional analysis. This is about me. I stay in Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, weather is very cloudy for the last 5 days. Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you very much for joining in, Deepa. Good evening and warm welcome.
Thank you.
Shiva Guru, good evening. How are you?
After a long time, we are seeing each other.
Yeah, after a long time we are seeing each other. Payal, good evening and warm welcome.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you. I'm actually want to know more about NLP, and by profession, I'm a counselor.
Great. Thank you very much, Payal, for joining in.
Is it Payal Gupta?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sameer, good evening and warm welcome. Sangeeta, good evening. Sarika, good evening and warm welcome.
Hello Sanjay, how are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice to see you after a long time.
Yeah.
Hi Sanjay sir, how are you?
Hi Zafar, how is it? How are you doing?
Good. After a long
And
time.
yeah, after a long time. And how is everything in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, it's still things are becoming bad to us now. So we have to wait and see. Now, president has gone now. The prime minister is there, and these other parties are not agreeing to accept him as a leader. So we have to wait and see for another 1 or 2 days. Very bad situation. What to do?
Yeah, unfortunate situation, Zafar. Thank you
Yes,
for
yes,
joining
yeah.
in. And
Okay.
we all pray that your economy and all the situations in the
Yes,
country recover
yes.
soon.
Okay, thank you for your prayers,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Vidya. Good evening, Vimal. And good evening, Zenobia.
Good evening to you. Very good evening to you all.
Thank you.
I'm Zenobia from Hyderabad. I'm a counselor by profession.
Thank you very much.
Zenobia.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. This is Vidya Nayak from Mumbai. I work with Wellington Institute in Mumbai in the director's office. Earlier, I used to handle campus placements. So that's about me. And I want to learn NLP because that session, I have attended a couple of basic sessions on NLP and that interested me and I wanted to know more about it. So that's the reason why I'm here.
Great. Thank you very much for joining in. And definitely we will learn a little more about what is subconscious mind, what is NLP, and how it works together. Uh, so I have a little bad throat, so forgive me for this same. I hope you are able to see my slides clearly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yeah.
visible. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take more time. I am just going to tell you about Apollo leadership training and consulting in 5 minutes, and then we will get into the session. And we will talk about what is subconscious mind, what is NLP, how it works, and how it can help us transform our lives. Then I'm going to share about our NLP courses and the leadership programs.
Sir,
Yeah, please
before
go
you
ahead.
start, just a quick question. Do we need a pen and a paper handy?
Not really. We are live on YouTube, so
Okay.
you can always go back, refer to the session. The slides will be visible. Everything.
Okay.
What I'm
All
going
right.
to share is going to be there on YouTube. So
All
thank you
right.
very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So under Apollo Leadership Training and Consulting, we provide customized training interventions, learning programs. Our core programs are on personal effectiveness and leadership development programs. Uh, we have delivered multiple leadership development program batches where we covered 16 skills which have been identified by Harvard Business School as mandatory for all managers or leaders across the industry, across the level. So we covered these 16 skills in 6 days, 1 day every month, along with one-to-one coaching. So we provide customized training programs, design training programs as per the organization's need. Couple of programs which we have delivered so far, some few names, very common. Apart from that, we provide one-to-one counseling and coaching sessions. NLP certification and NLP life coach programs. Plus, we also do train the trainer programs. During this COVID times, we started Apollo leadership, and under Apollo leadership, we have delivered more than 150 sessions on different topics related to NLP. One you're attending right now, power of subconscious mind, law of affirmation, law of attraction, success through positive mental attitude. Under self-development, we have conducted programs like how to turn our dreams into reality, self-confidence, superpower to success, managing emotions using NLP, power of habits, and mindset thinking about thinking of successful people, the way successful people think. Under leadership, uh, we have delivered 4 programs: personality type, communication and leadership, leadership maps, conflict management and leadership, and the right leadership, which we are going to have this in this month once again. So I will share the schedule also in the end, and some unique programs like love languages, law of karma, and emotional wellness. So we provide entire learning consultancy as well to small and medium sized organization, where we help them do TNI, design training calendar, deliver training programs, manage effectiveness, and also help them build internal training competency uh, uh, by taking their managers and leaders through TTT so that they can deliver technical programs internally. So this is about me. My name is Sanjay Goyal. I have got more than 30 years of experience. I was associated with Franklin Covey for a very long time. In fact, I started my training career with Franklin Covey, famous because it was co-founded by Dr. Stephen Covey, who is famous for his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and the Eighth Habit. I was also associated with the Dr. Paul Hersey's Center of Leadership Studies, where we deliver training programs on situational leadership. So my username is Sanjay V. Goyal. I am active on Quora. I answer questions written by the readers, Quora readers and followers. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch recordings of our previous sessions which we have delivered. And I am in a process of finishing book What Stands Between You and Success, which will be available on Amazon shortly. Apart from this, you can join our groups. We have a LinkedIn group, Facebook group, and WhatsApp group, so that you can get regular updates about the upcoming programs which we are conducting. You can also attend and share it with your friends and colleagues so that they also benefit. So about counseling and coaching, I will share it in the end while I share about the NLP certification course. So what do I do in coaching and counseling? I will cover in the end so that it will save our time. So here we are on how to use our power of subconscious mind using NLP so that we can remove negativity, increase positivity, and achieve success. Now, one thing is that we are connected on Zoom through internet. So if there is any lag, you're not able to hear me clearly, you can immediately tell me and I will repeat it for you. You are free to unmute anytime, share, add to whatever I am saying, which is relevant to the topic. If I get logged out by mistake, please wait for me. I will connect again. I have a standby network as well, so that we don't miss out on this session. In the end of the program, we are going to do a group technique. So for that, I would want you to keep your videos open, because unless you keep your videos open, I will not be able to give you suggestions. And this is a good opportunity, in fact, great opportunity to kind of experience the impact of NLP techniques on our own self. We can experience it right away. So in the end, at least when I talk about going through the process, at that time, at least keep your videos open. So here we come to the session. As per the theory of mind, which we follow in NLP, if our mind had to be represented by a circle, this is how our mind would look. And the smaller part which you can see is our conscious mind, and the larger part we can that we can see is our unconscious mind, or also known as subconscious mind. So unconscious mind and subconscious mind both are same. Now conscious mind is kind of 10% of our mind, whereas unconscious mind is comparatively very huge. It is almost 90% of our mind. Now how they are different? So conscious mind, what it does it is it receives information and processes the information. Like we all use smartphones. So in smartphones we have a processor and then we have a storage memory. Now whenever the memory of the processor is comparatively very small, if you look at the storage, so the mobile can be 4 GB processor and 64 GB, 128 GB, or even 256 GB with the storage space. So this is how similarly our mind also works. So I don't know who he's kept himself on. Okay. So okay. So if you compare our smartphone and our mind, so conscious mind is like a processor which does the kind of reasoning, thinking, logical thinking, and taking decisions. So right now you're listening to whatever I am saying, your mind is processing it, processing the information which I am sharing with you. So this is what is done by our conscious mind. After the information is processed, it is stored in our unconscious mind for future reference. So whatever we have processed the information during our lifetime, we will store it in our unconscious mind for future reference, so that when we need the information, same or similar information, we can retrieve it and we don't have to work on it again. So apart from being a storage device, what else our unconscious mind does? So our unconscious mind is creative, our unconscious mind is imaginative, our unconscious mind is emotional and intuitive. So all the intuitions that we get, they are actually from our unconscious mind. Now our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. So how do we know that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative? So for that, I will request you to close your eyes for a couple of seconds. So please close your eyes for a couple of seconds. Now, when you close your eyes, just think about an elephant. Think about a monkey sitting on an elephant. Think about a monkey sitting on an elephant, happily eating a banana. Imagine the elephant, the color of the elephant to be pink. So pink elephant, a monkey sitting on an elephant, eating a banana. Now you can open your eyes and tell me what did you see. You can use the chat box as well, or you can unmute and tell me. So when I told you that think about an elephant, think about a monkey sitting on an elephant eating a banana, what did you actually see?
I could imagine that, sir, but in a forest environment. So I saw elephant, but I couldn't imagine a pink elephant.
Right. So, but you could imagine an elephant sitting, or
a monkey sitting on an elephant,
eating a banana, right? Yes. So even very unlikely that we would have seen a monkey sitting on an elephant happily eating a banana, but still we could imagine that because it comes from our unconscious mind. So that is how we can say that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. So it can create and imagine even what we have not seen or experienced. Our unconscious mind is also emotional. So how do we know that our unconscious mind is emotional? I hope you all can use the chat box, right? If you can use the chat box, just type yes so that I know you are able to use the chat box. Yeah, thank you, Payal, for confirming. Yeah, thanks, Vidya. Yeah, so you can use the chat box, because what happens is most of the time, if I am only talking and you are listening, probably by the end of 90 minutes, we will forget most of the things. But if we interact, use the chat box, unmute and share, very likely that we will remember most of the things which we have covered in the program, and we can actually use them in our day-to-day life. So thank you very much for those. Yes, Jafar, Gopal, Krishna. So our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. That is how we came to know, we could imagine a monkey sitting on an elephant eating a banana. Some of you could imagine probably that the elephant was pink, even if it was normal, uh, regular brown, blackish elephant. Still, a monkey sitting on an elephant eating a banana happily is kind of a creation of our unconscious mind. Yeah, thank you very much, Arindita, for sharing on the chat box. Okay, how do we know that our unconscious mind is emotional? Okay, so very interesting example. Yeah, thank you very much, Shivaguru, involvement in cinema. So we go for movies, we watch movies, right? And when we watch those movies, many times we become so emotional watching those movies. Many of us are kind of sad if the ending of the movie is sad. Some of us are actually at the verge of crying, and many of us actually start crying. Now we know that whatever is happening in the movie, shown in the movie, is not actually happening. Probably it is past or it is imagination, but still we get sad, we get emotional. Why? It is because emotions are stored in our unconscious mind. So when we are watching a movie, especially an emotional one, it triggers emotions at the unconscious level. Now we know that our unconscious mind is comparatively very large. So as soon as the emotions are triggered, our unconscious takes over our conscious mind. That means our imagination, emotions take over logic, and we forget uh, what is the reality, and we become emotional. We become sad. We actually start crying. That is why it is said that you should not take any decision when you are high on emotions. Even when you are happy, you will not be able to think uh, logically and take a decision. Or even if you are too sad, you will not be able to take logical decisions. So that is why we should avoid taking decisions in emotional state and allow the emotions to settle down. And after that, we can think logically, and that is the time we can start taking right decisions. So you get a mail from your colleague or your boss, and you become angry. So give yourself some time, let the emotions settle down, and then sit and reply to the email so that you can reply to the email logically. So conscious mind, unconscious mind, very large, responsible. It holds all the information which has been processed by conscious mind. It is creative, imaginative, emotional, and intuitive. Now, when we talk about skills, where does these skills come from? So skills come from our conscious mind. So for example, when we start learning to drive a four-wheeler for the first time, right? So our skill level is 0. So we start learning, we start practicing. So initially we have to think. We have to try to remember where is clutch, where is brake, where is accelerator, what is the right time to press the pedal, what is the right time to apply brakes. However, as we practice and we improve our skills, what happens? It becomes an automatic process. And after some weeks or months, you don't have to even think. You drive at an autopilot mode. So this becomes then it becomes a control. It comes under the control of our unconscious mind when it becomes automatic. Now, when we talk about skills, we learn skills consciously, and once they become a part of our system, you can say they become automatic and they get stored in our unconscious mind. Then we don't have to think about those skills. We can do them automatically. Then comes the state of mind. So state of mind is kind of controlled by our unconscious mind. So what is state of mind? What do you think is state of mind? You can use the chat box or you can unmute and tell me as well. So for example, we have heard stories about sports persons, cricketers, for example. So a player would have lost his father in an unfortunate circumstances, and he has a series to play. So he goes and plays that series, right? So what's so great about it? So what is state of mind?
Is it how we think at that moment?
So how we think at that moment. So how does, so you're right there. How do we think at that moment? So what happens is when we are going through an emotional state, right? So our state of mind can keep on changing, right? When we talk about, for example, sports person, we say that uh, he has lost his form. Like right now, if you look at Virat Kohli, probably he has lost his form, right? So skills are there, but he is not in a right state of mind to play long innings. So state of mind, uh, when you're going to office and you're supposed to reach at 9:30 and you're going to be say 10-15 minutes late because of traffic. So cool, it may not bother you. But suppose you have a very important meeting at 9:30. So your state of mind would be really different at that time. So this state of mind keeps on changing. You may have the skills, but if you don't have right state of mind, very unlikely that you will be able to perform to your optimum. For example, let's take another example, say public speaking, right? So you may have all the skills, you may have all the knowledge, you may know everything that is required to go and talk in front of the audience. However, still you may fear, right? You may be worried about speaking. You may try to avoid because you're not in a right state of mind. So this state of mind is kind of represented by our unconscious mind. So let's explore our unconscious mind and this what is the state of mind more. So what does our unconscious mind do apart from being creative and imaginative? Our unconscious mind works 24 by 7. When we go to sleep, actually our conscious mind or our logic goes to sleep, but our unconscious mind is working continuously. Our unconscious mind does all the multitasking, right? So consciously, you can do only one thing or one task at a time, right? So if you have to think, you can do only one thing at a time. However, there are a lot of things you can do when it is automatic. For example, right now I am talking to you, right? So probably my hands are my gestures. So they are happening automatically. I'm not thinking about it, right? Right now, when I'm talking to you, I'm breathing. My blood is circulating, right? So my digestive system is on. My organs are working. So these are automatic responses, automatic movements, which are kind of happening, which are controlled by our unconscious mind. All the habits are controlled by our unconscious mind. Now, automatic movements, right? Right. Now, from your bedroom, if you have to go to kitchen, you can easily go. Even after closing your eyes, you can go to your kitchen because it is, you can say, muscle memory. So you remember. You don't have to see. So that is automatic. That is controlled by our unconscious mind. Our habits, even our thinking pattern. Everybody has their own unique thinking patterns. Like we have our uh, thumb impressions, finger impressions, which are unique. Even our tongue impression is unique. Similarly, our thinking patterns are also unique. So these thinking patterns are also controlled by our unconscious mind. Automatic responses. For example, if I hold this and I don't know this is hot, as soon as I hold this, before even I know that this is hot, I will drop this automatically. That is because it is controlled by our unconscious mind, automatic responses. In fact, whatever we do in the whole day or whatever we do in our lives, 96% of the same is controlled by our unconscious mind. So imagine 96% of whatever we do every day is controlled by our unconscious mind. Isn't it huge? Now, how does our mind work? We receive information from our senses. It goes to our conscious mind. Our conscious mind will receive the information. It will filter it, process it, analyze it, and store it in our unconscious mind for future reference. You can consider that our memory, uh, our ability to remember, store the information is kind of unlimited. We can store the entire information that we have collected through our conscious mind and store it in our lifetime, right? So once the process information is processed and stored in our unconscious mind, whenever we come in a similar situation, when we come across similar object, we will immediately remember it. So we don't have to process it again and again. It is automatic. We have no control over it. For example, what do you see in this picture? So you can use the chat box or you can unmute and tell me what do you see in this picture?
Lemons.
So you can see slices of lemon. Thank you. So square is square between lemons. Thank you. 3/4 slices of lemon. Thank you. Yeah. So you can. We all agree that we are seeing lemons, slices of lemon, and we are also seeing a square. Now the question is, have I really drawn a square there?
No.
No, sir. No.
No.
So thank you very much. No, obviously I have not drawn a square there. Then why am I seeing a square? 4-petaled flower. Thank you. So why am I seeing this square? So what we just understood about our conscious and unconscious mind. As soon as I see this picture, my conscious goes in my unconscious to check what this picture is all about. Okay. And my unconscious has already stored information about slice of lemon because we have seen it before. We have also seen square, right? So as soon as our conscious mind goes in our unconscious and retrieves the information, it says this is the slices of lemon and there is a square in it. Now this happens automatically because I have seen a square. I am able to recognize a square. If there is a person on this earth who has never seen a square, he will not see this square. Right. Now, when you see these slices of lemon, you automatically recognize these slices as lemon. You can see a lemon and you cannot say that these slices are of oranges or apple or tomato or any other fruit. This happens automatically. You see the slices and automatically you know these are the slices of lemon. You see a person, you recognize him, you automatically know who that person is. It is impossible for us to see a person who is known to us and not recognize him. Right. So this happens automatically. What I want to emphasize on, the entire process happens automatically. We have no control over it. For example, you can see this another picture. Right. So there are many such pictures. You will find a number of such pictures on Google. So what do you see in this?
It's like a tiger, but only branches.
Tiger.
So we are able to see a tiger there. However, the tiger is not intentionally drawn. It is with the branches and leaves and twigs that we see a tiger there. So we understood one thing, that our conscious mind is the logical part who does the thinking and stores the information in our unconscious mind. Now, once the information is stored in our unconscious mind, whenever we come across similar information, similar person, similar thing, similar situation, our conscious mind will automatically go in unconscious and pick that information. On the entire process, we have no control. We will automatically recognize it. We will automatically do, I take some specific actions which we have taken in the past, most probably, right? Most likely. Now, let us look at the another part of the program, that is positive and negative emotions, right? So can you give me some examples of negative emotions? You can use the chat box as well, or you can unmute and tell me, what do you think are negative emotions? Give me some examples. So
Anger,
Sadness, sir.
sadness,
sadness, anger, thank you.
hurt,
Being hurt
Fear.
is
Frustration.
fear, frustration. So fear, frustration, what else? Jealousy, thank you very much. A very common fear, yeah, jealousy. Now, all these are negative emotions, right? Let's see what I have. Embarrassment, okay, right? So these are all negative emotions. Right? Now look at these emotions once again and tell me, are they really negative? Or in other words, are they really of no use? Or do they serve any purpose to us?
They do lot of purpose. Lot of purpose is there.
Lot of purpose is there. Thank you, Shiva Guru, for that. Okay. So what do you think? Are they really negative? Are they not required, or are they of any purpose, use, or help to us?
Very much required.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much for sharing. I need some more responses. You can use the chat box as well. What do you think?
I feel these are required, yes. I'm not too sure whether they are negative emotions, as you're asking, but then they are required because to feel negative emotions, probably we will understand what are the positive emotions that we need to
Right.
feel.
Right. So thank you very much. That's a beautiful point of view, that if we feel negative emotions, then only we can feel positive emotions as well. Because if there is no sadness, we will not feel happy. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you very much. So Vidya says some of them, like regret, guilt, shame, are required. So if you look at all these emotions, right, all these emotions are required. Right. Why they are required? Because all these emotions have some purpose. For example, what is the purpose of fear? What if I don't have any fear? We become fearless. We have absolute no fear, zero fear. Then what will happen?
The
Our
fear
actions will
is
be
needed
more
for
reckless.
protection.
Yeah. So fear is needed to protection. Yeah. Thank you very much. What else? Yeah.
We will
Please go ahead.
Actions will be more reckless.
You became
Yeah. So we will. So thank you very much. That's a beautiful
we
point
will
of view.
become reckless and irresponsible.
Yeah. Reckless and you can say that it is irresponsible as well.
Irresponsible.
Because there is no fear, right? So I can stand on fifth floor. I can stand on the fifth floor at the edge of the terrace, right? Because I don't have any fear, and more likely sooner or later I may fall someday, right? For example, guilt. So what is the benefit of guilt? How does guilt uh, help us?
If we do not feel guilt, we'll not be able to realize that it was a wrong thing which we have done.
Right.
So that
Thank you very much.
realization is important, I feel.
Right. So thank you very much. So when we realize that, okay, I'm doing something wrong, I feel guilty about it. So that prevents me from doing the same thing again and again. Right. So that is how guilt. How does loneliness help?
When
Interesting.
we feel lonely, we think how we can remove the loneliness
Right.
by probably socializing, making
Right.
friends,
Right.
socializing probably.
Right.
Oh,
So
we
thank you
need
very
some
much.
privacy.
Right.
We need some privacy.
Yes, of course.
sometimes we are be able to understand our mistakes also, like
Right.
how we can improve in our life.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. So loneliness is required because we need privacy also. Right. However, when we feel too lonely, that means that we are doing some mistake. We are not grooming our relationship properly. Something is going wrong, because of which I am left alone. Right. So if you look at all these emotions serve some purpose to us. Right. So the point I want to make it is that negative emotions are also necessary for us to live a healthy life, because they are indicator that I need to correct something in my life. Right. So if I'm feeling guilty, if I'm having fear, frustration, if I am feeling frustrated, means I'm doing something wrong. I'm not getting the desired result. So probably I need to change the way I am doing it. Probably I need to change the way I am thinking. Right. So that is what the frustration could mean to me. So all these emotions, whether negative or positive, they hold some purpose. Negative emotions are extremely necessary because they also protect us. Negative emotions protect us, right? And they help us survive. Fear is necessary. If I have no fear, I will cross the road without worrying that a speeding car or a vehicle can hit me. And someday or the other, definitely, if I have no fear, I will be hit by a speeding vehicle and injure myself. Maybe I can also die. Then why this negative emotions, when they are necessary, become so worrisome? It is because when we start feeling ashamed or feeling guilty, or we start fearing things where it is not required, where it is not necessary, then it becomes a problem. So negative emotions, when they become excess, when you start feeling negative, when you are not actually supposed to, that is the time they become a problem. And the problem with negative emotions is, once you get into, see, you cannot be happy 24/7 365 days, but you can be sad, you can be negative 24/7 365 days. And when you get into a negative mode, you will attract you can end up attracting more negativity in our lives, right? So it becomes like a downward spiral. You are going deeper and deeper into, you're thinking negative, you're becoming more negative is attracting more negativity. That is how you get into that negative spiral, right? And the worst part is that once you get into that spiral, this negative thinking will stop us from taking any kind of positive actions which can help us come out of that negative spiral or negative thing. Right. I will give you another example. Suppose I end up, or we end up eating a apple, right? And this apple has some toxic, uh, say, chemicals sprayed on it, which we are not aware of, and we end up eating it. So that toxic material goes into our body. What will happen?
Yeah,
What do you
that
think?
become poisonous.
I'm sorry.
Destroy
It
us.
become poison.
Yeah, it will destroy us.
So,
Some
what will be the
reaction,
symptoms? So, what will be the reaction?
either stomachache or vomiting. Or
So, we can feel nausea, vomiting. We can have
stomach upset.
stomach cramps, stomach upset, fever, and all sort of problems, right? And we go to the doctor, right? Now, suppose take this situation too. I have eaten a toxic apple, and I don't experience any of these symptoms which we were talking about. What will happen?
Still dangerous.
No, but you'll keep worrying that,
More-
why
more-
nothing is happening.
more than-
See, I don't know whether it was a toxic apple, right?
That
So,
is
yeah.
more
So I
dangerous.
ate first time in this situation when I ate an apple which had some toxic element I was not aware of. Of course, if I was aware, I wouldn't have had it, right? And I got those symptoms. That was the situation one. Right.
That is more dangerous.
Yeah. So thank you very much. So now the situation two is, I ate an apple. I don't know it has some toxic elements, and I don't have these symptoms. What happens?
Still, maybe your insides will be slowly destroyed, but you'll not feel that it's being destroyed.
Right. So thank you very much. That was wonderful. So these toxic elements will go and destroy my body, and I will be unaware about this. Right. So nausea, vomiting, fever, stomach cramps, stomach upset, all these things indicate that there is something wrong with my body and I need to take action. So and prevent prevent from any damage
Further.
to my body, further damage to our body. Thank you very much. Similarly, negative emotions, when they become excess, are an indication that something is wrong in the way I am seeing living my life, and I need to change that.
I just wanted to
Yeah, please go ahead.
basically understand that you mentioned that negative emotions are also required for balancing and also protecting us. However, after a certain level, it leads to more of negativity and impacts on the positivity as well. So, is there any measure or for that threshold And is it subjective for different people?
Right. So we will come to that. So we will come to that. I will answer that during the session.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay. So now let's look at let us look at. So we spoke about conscious mind, unconscious mind, how they work. Then we spoke about positive and negative emotions and how negative emotions are equally important for our survival because they are an indicator. So if if I am becoming too sad on things or feeling hurt, feeling bad for things that I should not really feel bad about, right? So that will stop me from living a healthy life. Right? So that we spoke about, and like you rightly said, that it's like a spiral. It will prevent you from taking positive actions. Now, coming to the third important aspect, when we talk about extraordinary success, now when I say extraordinary success, I am saying success which you have not experienced before, or success which nobody has experienced, the kind of success nobody has experienced before. If you need extraordinary success, what is more important? Is it logical thinking or is it imagination? So you can think over it, take a couple of seconds and tell me, what do you think is more important?
Imagination.
So you will have to tell me why imagination as well.
Because when you imagine, there is no limit.
Right.
So
Right.
you can imagine in many fold. What
Right.
are the alternatives?
Right.
Like that.
Right.
But when you say logical thinking, there is a linear. It's a kind of a linearity. There's a
Right.
linear thinking is there.
Right.
That's what
Right.
my opinion, sir.
Right. So thank you very much, Zafar. Then you are right there. Any other thoughts? Why? What do you think is more important? Is it logical thinking? Of course, you will say both are important, and I agree 100% that yeah, both are important. Logical thinking is also important, and imagination is also important. But what is more important?
Imagination also helps in giving rise to new ideas, innovation, and creativity.
Right.
Which
Right.
Speaks in terms of a person having a growth mindset.
Right. True.
Rather than logical thinking with a rational mind.
Right.
So while I would say combination of the two, but
Right.
More of imagination.
Right. So thank you very much. That was wonderful.
I'd like to think that, imagination is wild, whereas the logical thinking gives an order and semblance of organization to the imagination.
Absolutely. So that's wonderful. That's absolutely true. Okay. So why this question? So let's look at it. Okay. So when we talk about extraordinary success, it starts with imagination towards logical thinking, not otherwise. Now, why? So if you look at all the successful people today, right? Uh, uh, they started doing something which was you can say unbelievable, unachievable, extraordinary, or anything. But they somewhere believed that okay, they can do it, and they started working towards it. So it is like starting from imagination and working towards making that imagination or dream come true. Right? Like Dr. Stephen Covey says, mental creation precedes physical creation. So anything you create in this world, first you have to imagine it, and then you can make it a reality. For a team who build Burj Khalifa, they had to first imagine, they had to believe that okay, there is something like this possible, we can do it, and they start working on it and make it happen as a reality. So starts with imagination and then comes to logical thinking. But what happens is most of the time with all of us, as soon as we start imagining, dreaming, or thinking beyond boundaries, what happens? So it is easier to say that okay, you can imagine, we will imagine, and then, but what happens when we actually start imagining, dreaming? something which is beyond, what happens?
Sometimes we get lost.
Sometimes we get lost. Okay.
Sir, our mind will not accept what, I mean, if we imagine beyond certain beliefs that what we are holding dear to.
Thank you very much, Janet. That was really wonderful. So our mind will not accept. Why it will not accept?
It will be daydreaming like thing.
It will be like daydreaming, right? We have what you call idioms and phrases for that, like Sheikh Chilli, है ना, Mungeri Lal ki Hasin. So we what we do is, as soon as we start thinking about dreaming about something, imagining about something which is beyond, immediately our logical thinking starts working on it, right? Immediately we will start logically trying to explain. Okay, so this is what you want to do, but do you think it is possible? Has anybody done it before? Right. Do you have enough of resources?
Actually, sometimes the logical thinking, which is kind of helps in putting things in order,
right,
becomes a limiting factor also for going for the breakthrough innovations.
Right,
absolutely. Every
absolutely.
time you're kind of pulled back, and it kind of creates an imagination where something which is kind of unprecedented,
right,
it tends to create a creative tension.
Right.
I mean, there's a pull which you feel when you feel excited towards that visualization or that vision, and while the logical thinking will try to pull you back.
Right, absolutely. Thank you very much for that. That's wonderfully explained. So what will happen is you start trying to dream big, think big, and suddenly what happens is your logical mind starts telling you why this is not possible. And even before you have stopped to take the risk. So even before you have kind of completed your dream, your logical thinking has kind of destroyed any possibility or conviction of making it happen. There are a lot of times when I do training programs, classroom trainings and virtual ones, and when I try to put my point, you rightly all accepted that, okay, most of you accepted that, okay, imagination is more important. There are people who have a huge resistance. So I would like to tell one experience I had with a participant. So that was a leadership program, and we were talking about something, and then our conversation went to imagination, right? So I was talking about imagination and its power. So one person suddenly got up, one manager, and he was kind of agitated. He said he got up and he said, "आप सोचेंगे तो कुछ भी होगा क्या?" मैं बोला, "Yes, likely that it can happen." बोला कि मैं अभी सोचूंगा कुछ भी हो जाएगा? मैं बोला, हाँ, हो जाएगा, likely. So he said, अगर जो मैं सोचूं कि मेरे पास 5 करोड़ रुपया है, तो मिल जाएगा क्या मुझे? मैं बोला, हाँ, मिल जाएगा. I said, yeah, but I have some questions to ask. बोला, yeah. So what will you do with this 5 crores? So now there was a question mark. So it was like just to prove his point, he threw that figure, and I could see that question mark because he never thought he could earn or kind of save 5 crores of rupees. So he doesn't know what he's going to do with it, right? So when you imagination, when you talk about imagination, it is like you really know what you want to achieve. Whether it is, you are not worried whether it is possible or impossible. You are convinced that you are going to do this, and you start working towards it. You start working towards making it happen. So I told him, what will you do with those 5? So he said no. And I asked him, why only 5 crore? Why not 10 crore? So when we talk about imagination, we have a misconception. Most of us may have a misconception that imagination is something anybody can do anything. No. Because we limit our imagination through our logical thinking. We cannot think beyond certain boundaries, certain limitations due to our logical thinking. And what is which part of our mind controls imagination?
Right brain. Yeah, right brain.
So we are talking about mind. So we spoke about conscious and unconscious.
Conscious.
So
that is unconscious.
Thank you very much. So unconscious mind is something which controls our imagination and our logical thinking, because it receives the information. Our conscious mind receives the information. It has the ability to process and store the information. So imagination, our unconscious has the power to imagine, but it will not be completely utilized because of our logical. Whenever we try to think beyond boundaries, immediately it will be stopped by our logical thinking, controlled by our logical thinking. So imagination has the power. We have ability to imagine, but we will not go beyond a certain boundary because of our logical thinking. However, if we imagine, our unconscious mind controls imagination. 96% of whatever we do every day is controlled by our unconscious mind. If uh, if if we are convinced somehow that, okay, this dream which I am seeing, this is what I want to do in my life, and I am 100% sure I will be able to do it, and I am working day and night towards it. So each and every part of my body, each and every cell of my body will be kind of like a magnet, will be working towards fulfilling that dream or the goal which I have kept for myself. Now the question is, because as soon as I start imagining or going beyond, my conscious mind will stop. So what is to be done? What is the solution to that? See, which is the biggest battleground in the world? So it is our mind, human mind. We are 24 hours, 24 by 7, we are in a state of conflict. Should do it, should not do it, right? This is the right way to do it, this is the wrong way to do it, right? Should I think logically, should I think emotionally? So every time, should I be confident, or there is a question of self-doubt? So this is what is going to happen continuously. So it's like 24 by 7, our mind is a battleground. Now you can compare it with our search engine Google. See, if I start thinking negative, if I tell myself I can't do it, very likely I will not be able to. But if I tell myself I can do it, chances of I achieving that, the fulfilling that, is more likely. It's like Google. See, if I now go to Google and search 10 benefits of eating egg every day, what will happen? I will get information on how eating eggs every day is going to benefit my health. If I type harmful effects of having egg every day, then what will I get? I will get harmful effects of having egg every day. So it is about what I'm going to search in my life is what I'm going to get. If I believe I can't do it, surely I am going to be right. And if I believe I can do it, again, there is a possibility that I will be able to achieve. So now I try to think beyond boundaries, imagine, dream, but here this logical thinking stops me from going beyond. So what should I do? What do you think? Any thoughts? Okay. So obviously, what we can do is we can bypass the conscious mind, connect directly with our unconscious, and whatever we want to achieve, we can feed directly in our unconscious. So if our conscious logic says impossible, we can say that no, it is possible, and we can feed it in our unconscious, so that our whole mind, our whole body starts working towards it. Now, how do we do that? So when we talk about a life coach model in NLP, so it can go through 3 stages. What is that? You remove negativity from our mind. You we are capable of thinking 4 times more negative than positive, right? So whatever thoughts we are going to have every day, 4 times they are going to be negative, right? So remove those negative thoughts if there are towards our ability, self confidence, self worth. Remove those negativity, increase positivity, and help achieve success, right? And if you look at this uh, dealing with negative emotions becomes more necessary because the stress is at the peak today, right? The stress is the highest today, uncertainty is the highest today, right? We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Nobody knows. The uncertainty is very high, and because of the COVID, there has been a lot of imbalance, right? Uncertainty has increased many folds. Now we all must have heard about the expected recession in coming year. Probably in next year we may experience recession also. So these uncertain times, negativity, you switch on any news channel, they will be bombarding you with full negativity all the time, most of the time. Very rarely you will see some positive news. Okay. And so whether it is social media, whether it is TV, if you talk about relationships, uh, 30, 40, 50 years before, we used to live in joint family, right? So we used to live together. Now our families are becoming more and more nuclear. Relationships are breaking down. So support system is not that. That's emotional support system is breaking down. Values are breaking down, deteriorating. Right? Value system. We cannot trust others easily today, like we could probably 50 years, 60 years, 100 years before. Right? Social values are going down. In this entire scenario, it becomes really, really important, becomes very difficult for us to be positive most of the time. Right? So what does NLP does? NLP can help us change our perceptions, change our belief system. Right? Self-awareness can increase our self-awareness, build positive attitude in ourselves, help us deal with stress, right? Help us becoming healthy, live healthy, give up addictions, right? Remove past painful memories or traumas which we are carrying. Psychosomatic diseases. So people nowadays, you will come across a lot of people. They will say, "I have pain in my back, in my chest." They go to the doctor. Doctor will say, "Okay, take sonography. You take this, take that," and then he will say that everything is all right, but that pain is continuously there. So such psychosomatic diseases, sleep disorders are very common in today's world. I have come across n number of people and I helped them deal with sleep disorder. I had a person who came to me. He couldn't sleep for 4 or 5 days, and then there was another one who came to me because of the relationship issues. He was having a tough time at home, and then helped him deal with it. Fears. So we all have a lot of fears. We can deal with those fears. So that was the negative side. The positive side is be creative, help solutions, find solutions to the problems. Uh, if you look at opportunities, solutions to the problems or challenges we are facing, they're all there. Opportunities are always there. The only thing is we are not able to see it because of our thinking pattern. We think in a particular way, in one direction, in one way, because of which we kind of leave out a lot of solutions, lot of opportunities. With the help of NLP, we can find the purpose of our life, and if we know what is really our purpose, what I want to do in my life, how to achieve that. Communication, improving our communication with self. How I communicate with my own self holds the key to success, or holds the key to being happy. Then how do I communicate with others, and how do I communicate with the environment or the nature? Achieve success, attract health, wealth, improve our relationships, and be happy. So uh, these are some of the things which we can do with NLP. We can experience. I can do a group technique right now if we all are comfortable. But I will need some of you to keep your cameras on because I need to see you. So thank you, Anandita, for keeping your camera on. Shiva Guru has kept his camera on. 2, 3 more cameras. Yeah, Sarita, thank you very much. So you can take a couple of seconds, set up and try to keep your cameras on so that I can see you and give you suggestions. That will definitely help me take you in a deeper state of relaxation. So for you 31, if I can know your name, it will be great. Great. So I have some of the videos on. So before I take you through the process, I will give you around 30 seconds. In these 30 seconds, you can think about the kind of life you want to live. So the kind of life you want to create for yourself from now. You can say 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line. So I'm going to keep everybody mute so that for during the process so that we don't get disturbed. So you can take your time, say around a minute, and think about the kind of life you want. It could be 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years down the line. You decide. But you can think about, and don't, when you are thinking about the kind of life, don't think about how you're going to achieve it, how you're going to reach there. Just think about, okay, this is the kind of life I want. So the kind of life, in the sense, the kind of relationships I would like to have, the kind of house I would like to live, the kind of bank balance I would like to have, the kind of job or kind of business or kind of position I would like to have in that particular time. So I will keep myself quiet for a minute. You can take your time, close your eyes, keep it open, whatever is comfortable. Just allow your mind to kind of create the life you want for yourself. So the entire process is going to take around 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm sure you must have thought about the kind of life you want to create for yourself, live for yourself. Uh, in the years to come, you can decide the time. Now you can close your eyes. Can close your eyes. Be comfortably seated the way you want to sit. You can rest on your back, but don't do it standing. Sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. You can take your time. Allow yourself to relax. As you close your eyes, you can slowly and steadily bring your focus on your breath. You can close your eyes, bring your focus on your breath, and you can take 3 deep breaths. As you take 3 deep breaths, you will notice your breath moving in rhythmic motion. Your breath going in, lungs expanding, breath going out, lungs contracting. When you bring your attention around your nostrils, you can even feel the air, breath going in and out. As you focus on your breath and notice your breath moving in rhythmic motion, you can slowly, gently move your attention on your fingers. You will notice heightened sensation around your fingers. So wherever your hands, your fingers are resting, you would notice heightened sensation around your fingers. When you notice heightened sensation around your fingers, you can slowly and steadily move your attention on your feet. When you bring your attention on your feet, you will notice heightened sensation around your feet. Sooner or later, you would experience heightened sensation around your whole body. Even the slightest of sound, farthest of sound, you would be able to hear clearly. You can slowly and steadily move your attention on your shoulders and notice sooner or later your shoulders are becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. You can move your attention gently from your shoulders to your elbows and notice your elbows are becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. Even your hands, your fingers are becoming heavier and heavier sooner or later. You can slowly and steadily move your attention around your throat and notice dryness in your throat. When you notice dryness in your throat, you can gulp and make it wet. So you can bring your attention on your throat You will notice dryness around your throat. You can gulp and make it wet. Slowly and steadily, you can move your attention on your eyes and notice your eyes are becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. Sooner or later, you will experience your eyes have become so heavy that you will find it difficult to open. I am going to count from 5 to 1 in reverse order. As I start counting from 5 to 1 in reverse order, you can go in deeper state of relaxation. You don't have to do anything. Your unconscious mind knows how to take you in the deeper state of relaxation. You have to allow your unconscious just to work on you. 5. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. 4. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. 3. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. 2. Deep, 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 further deep. 1. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Now you can imagine or pretend to imagine that you are standing in a corridor and there is a door in front of you. You can open the door and go inside this room. As you enter the room, you will notice lights of different colors falling on your body. All these lights of different colors represents different positive emotions like happiness, joy, peace, motivation, self-confidence, energy, enthusiasm, and so on. As these lights fall on your body, each and every atom, each and every molecule of your body is hungrily absorbing these positive energies. And you would experience sooner or later a surge in positive emotions. Positive energy is increasing in you many folds. All lights falling on your body and increasing positivity in you many folds. You continue to absorb positive energies from the room and you notice there are people in the room and you can take one vacant space and sit there comfortably. As you sit there, you continue to absorb the positive energies and you notice all the negative energies from your body is flowing out of your body into the ground. The Almighty God, the divine power you believe in, is blessing you from the sky. The blessings falling on your body, and these blessings are absorbed by your body. As you absorb these blessings, you are feeling blessed, happy, positive, energetic, motivated, and healthy. You see me in front of you, providing you positive energies, giving you positive energies, and you are absorbing the positive energies given by me. Divine blessings falling on your body. I am the lights in the room. are increasing positivity in you many folds. All the negativity flowing out of your body into the ground, disappearing in the ground, going deep, deep and disappearing. As the divine blessings fall on your body, as the divine blessings fall on your body, the tiny divine soldiers enter your body, spread into your body, and start healing your body. They enter your feet, removing all the negativity, all the tensions, increasing positivity, relaxing your muscles, healing your leg muscles. They move to your knees and then to your thighs, removing all the negativity and increasing positivity manifolds. As they move, you realize all the limiting beliefs, all the bonds which were holding you, tying you, are breaking down, and now you're free. You're free to move around. You're free to do things. You're free. You can see the freedom increasing. These divine soldiers move into your waist, your stomach, removing all the negativity, increasing positivity manifolds, relaxing your stomach muscles, healing your internal organs, increasing positivity, and removing negativity. See these divine soldiers entering your heart, removing all the negative emotions, increasing positivity. See these divine soldiers moving into your shoulders, removing all the burden and giving you all the freedom. See these divine soldiers moving into your hands, giving you freedom to move and walk and do anything that you want to do in your life. All the bondages, all the limiting beliefs are being broken by these divine soldiers. See these divine soldiers moving into your face, relaxing your facial muscles, increasing your ability to communicate effectively, increasing your ability to see the opportunities and solutions which you have not seen before, ability to think beyond the boundaries. See these divine soldiers spreading in your whole body, healing your whole body. While blessings are falling on your body, positive lights are falling on your body, positive energies from me are being absorbed by you, you'll notice there is a screen in front of you. You can start creating the future you always wanted on this screen. See yourself living the life you always wanted, the kind of wealth you always wanted, the kind of job, the kind of business, the kind of position you always wanted, the kind of bank balance you always wanted, the kind of relationships you always wanted. See yourself living that life on that screen. See your facial expressions, happiness, joy, the confidence in your walk, the confidence of a winner, smiling, energetic, and successful. See the way you are talking to people. See your loved ones appreciating you, acknowledging your success. See your friends and colleagues congratulating you for your achievements. Create those images of the life you always wanted to live on the screen. Make these images brighter, bolder, and beautiful. See the divine blessings falling on these pictures, making them bolder, beautiful, and blessed. See these blessings falling on your pictures. Make them bolder, brighter, and beautiful. Give them beautiful golden frame and hang these pictures in the beautiful part of your unconscious mind, where you can see these pictures every day before you go to sleep and as soon as you wake up. Request your unconscious to help you, support you in creating a life you always wanted to live. Request your unconscious to support you, to guide you, to help you in achieving the life you always wanted. As your unconscious accepts the suggestion, you will notice your breath moving deeply. You will breathe in deeply, which will tell us that your unconscious has accepted our suggestion and request. Once your unconscious has accepted the suggestion, you can thank your unconscious. Promise your unconscious that you will stay connected and you can come out of that room. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and you are slowly and steadily going to come out of the relaxation state to the normal state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 5 once again, and after I finish counting, you can slowly and steadily open your eyes. 1. All bodies and personalities integrate with your physical body totally and completely right now. 2. Integrate. 3. Integrate. 4. 5. You can now slowly and steadily open your eyes. You can take your time, be comfortable, open your eyes, and you can share how you felt during the process. I will just allow you to unmute. You can use the chat box as well, or you can unmute and tell me. So you can take your time, be comfortable, take a couple of seconds. If you have water, you can have water around.
So, sir, at first we felt very heavy, but then slowly and steadily it was very relaxing.
So thank you for sharing. Thank you very much for sharing. Yeah. So how was the experience? So how were you able to create a future for yourself? Feel positive, feel good.
Yes, it was relaxing. And when we were in that relaxed state, we were able to actually foresee what we really want.
Correct.
And it was actually, sometimes we have these thoughts that whether we'll be able to do it or not, all those things which goes on in our mind. At this point of time, it was like it seems very easy,
Right.
it's like it will be very easy. Yeah, I can really do that. Now, whatever
Right.
I'm thinking in my mind to
Right.
achieve, it's see me, it's looking easy as well. So in my
Right.
mind also, it's like, yeah, I can really achieve that. That's not a very, a big deal, or
Right.
it's not something unachievable, right?
Right.
So
Right.
that thought was also there going on along with that.
Right. Thank you very much, Anandita, for that. Felt happy is what Janet says, and absolutely possible. Thank you. Any other thoughts? Anything you would like to share? So I will, in next 5 to 10 minutes, I will wrap up the session. We'll share about the upcoming sessions and about NLP course and how it works. And this session is live, so you can, whatever I am saying, you can, or the slides or the content, all is there on YouTube. Anytime you can go and check. In fact, you should go and check, especially participants who had kept their video on. So you will see your own expressions changing, the way you were relaxing. Some of you, when you were imagining, were actually smiling and happy. You could see your own self happy at that stage. And I have done this as a shorter version because of the time limitation. Uh, Actually, when I do this as one-to-one session, we take around 45 minutes to 1 hour. So we take long time to take a person into deeper state. So he goes or she goes really, really deep, and then give all the suggestions which I have given you. So in NLP, there are different techniques. I'm just going to explain. I'm not going to take much of your time. So today was using subconscious mind with NLP is what we did. Uh, on Saturday, you should not miss. It's a 4-hour session from 1:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Where I'm going to actually explain what is coaching and how you can use NLP in coaching and counseling, different techniques, and how coaching is different, counseling is different, training is different. What are the skills you need to become a successful coach, and what are the NLP techniques, and how these techniques are going to help you in coaching and counseling. In fact, you can build your parallel career, a profession where you will be able to coach, counsel people, help them deal with the negativity which they are facing. And as we have understood, this negativity is something which is there in the environment, and we have that ability to think negative. Plus, the environment also knows. Advertisers know that okay, uh, negativity is something which is going to sell. So that is how they design their advertisements to influence your mind. This is how the news channels are going to show news to increase further negativity, because that is what sells. So in the modern world, it all becomes too important for us to become positive. I believe that every human being on this earth has a unique potential, has a unique way of contributing to the mankind. However, this potential remains unrealized because we don't go beyond a certain boundary. We close ourselves. We stay in a shell for most of the time and don't even try to go out and do something. So on Saturday, we have these 4-hour sessions. Don't miss it. Also share it with your friends and colleagues so that they also join and benefit. And on 26th of July and 28th of July, I have 2 other unique programs, especially for managers and leaders can attend the right leadership, where we are going to understand different leadership styles and how we can use it in different situations. Also, based on my book, which I would be completing in this month, and it will be available in Amazon mostly. We are going to discuss how to achieve this extraordinary success which we were talking about. So, what are the 7 steps we can take to achieve a success? Whatever we want to achieve in our lives can be achieved if we follow these simple 7 steps. So, this is what we are going to do. I have a program called Transformation Workshop, which we do it 3 Thursdays. So, it is going to start from 25th of August. It will be only 3 days. Now 1 hour every day, so it will be 3 days, 3 Thursdays, 1 hour. That's all. What we are going to do in this, we are going to understand the challenges which the participants are facing, define individual goals that okay, after the program is over, this is what you want to achieve. The process is over, so we will define a goal. Based on that goal, we will do common techniques on these 3 days. 3 Thursdays, we will do these common techniques, which will help us remove negativity, increase positivity and motivation, and create that future at the deeper subconscious level. Now, we did a shorter version because of the lack of time. Here, we will do minimum 1 hour process, and we will feed the entire future which we want in our unconscious by removing negativity. So all the blockages will be removed, positivity and motivation will be increased, and after creating that future, you will feel, you will be sure, you will be confident that whatever you want to achieve is very much possible. And imagine, whole of your body, 96% is controlled by our unconscious mind. So your whole body will be kind of working towards helping you achieve that goal. So you're sleeping, while you're sleeping, also somewhere deep inside, your unconscious is working on how to make this uh, dream a success, how to make this success. So that is what we are going to do. In this, what happens is, okay, so the investment is very small. In this, it is only 2,700 rupees, all inclusive. That also you can pay it in two parts. Actually, the investment is 15,000 rupees, but we are doing it as an open program online. So I'm passing out all the benefits. You have to pay only 2,700 rupees, that too in two parts. In this, what you are going to get apart from this 3 day session, 1 hour every week, we are also going to do 3 one-to-one sessions. Now, these 3 to one-to-one sessions, the timings we will decide. We will make a WhatsApp group and we will discuss with each other. And based on your availability, we will do one-to-one sessions. Now, in these one-to-one sessions, apart from group techniques, we are going to do some one-to-one techniques that will help you take you closer to your goal. Also, we will define an action plan. We will decide on what we are going to do so that you are able to achieve whatever dream you were saying, you were thinking about. And I will also we will also learn mindful meditation, which is only 2-3 minutes meditation, which you can do every day before you go to sleep or morning as soon as you get up, and that will enhance further positivity in you, right? And you also get a certificate of participation because you have attended this subconscious mind session. We will give you a certificate as well that you have attended Power of Subconscious Mind program. Right. So this is one. Now, NLP and hypnosis we already know. So what is NLP and what is hypnosis? So hypnosis is the process through which we can take you in deeper state of relaxation. So I used a shorter version on you where I was able to take you in a deeper state of relaxation. And NLP are the techniques. So after I took you in deeper state of relaxation, whatever processes I did with you, the techniques I did with you are NLP techniques. So with the help of hypnosis and NLP together, I can take you in deeper state of relaxation and use various techniques. So the impact of these NLP techniques increases manifold. So without hypnosis, if I do technique, it is at a normal level. So not necessary that I have connected with your unconscious mind enough for your unconscious mind to accept. Right. So this is how we do. Now this NLP certification course which I am going to do, it is going to be a 4-day program starting from 21st August. So 21st August Sunday, 20th August Sunday, then 4th September and 11th September. So 4 days program. In this, we are going to do 25 NLP techniques and 20 topics I am going to take you, which are relevant to NLP and hypnosis. So we will understand how this NLP techniques work, hypnosis works, and then we will learn these techniques as well. Right. This is now step-by-step learning. So you learn something, you have a week's time, you can practice, you can go through it. So you have a break, and then again next Sunday you come. Again, you learn some new topics, new techniques. Again, you have a week. So it's a step-by-step download, not everything together. You learn techniques also, and you get to practice also. So during the Zoom session, this is entirely on Zoom. You will also practice it with each other. So all the participants will go into breakout room and practice it with each other. So as you complete 4 days, you must have done at least 4 techniques with each other, and you would have gained confidence, asked questions, and could create a platform for you. Right. So we will learn how to work at deeper subconscious level. Now we will learn some techniques, and the program will not be confined to this technique. So you can design and customize your own techniques. So I will tell you how you can do your own technique, design your own techniques, very simple methods. You will learn how to make it work for everyone. So far my success rate is 100%. I have been able to take everyone in deeper state of relaxation whenever it was a one-to-one session, right? Because one-to-one I see you, whether it is face-to-face or on Zoom, 100% success rate. Will know what are the tricks and the techniques we can use so that it works on everyone. You can make it, use it on self. You can use it on others also. So I will tell you during the program how you can use it on self, use it on others, and also in groups. So like now with 20 participants, I did it on group in Zoom. So now I will tell you how you can do that as well. So you can use it in your own training, coaching, counseling sessions. This is completely online course and completely practical. And imagine when we do it in classroom, you learn only how to do it when people are sitting physically in front of you. Here you will learn how to do it when people are sitting physically in front of you and also online. So you can virtually practice it on anybody across the globe. If somebody is sitting in Australia, he wants to consult with you, you can do it with him also or her also. Right. You will learn a unique communication model. This communication model will improve your communication skills. You will understand the deeper meaning of communication, how the actual communication happens, and different techniques you can use to break the communication pattern. Manifestation technique, we did a part just now. I also do meditation sessions also. So you will learn how to use this NLP techniques in meditations also. And you may wonder what will happen after these 4 days. So after these 4 days, we will meet for regular practice sessions. So you can come and practice with other participants at no extra cost, and this will continue lifetime. So this will be lifetime support which you will have. Come practice, ask questions, and then you can continue to improve and hone your skills. The most important thing is that you will learn deeper and wider applications of NLP. If you must have come across n number of trainers and facilitators who are certified NLP practitioners, but there are very few who actually know how to use these NLP techniques. Most of them have learned NLP techniques, and because they don't know how to use these techniques in coaching, counseling, training, after learning they just leave it and it becomes a part of their resume. We will actually learn the applications of, so if you're doing a time management training, if you're doing a personal effectiveness training, if you're doing a leadership training, if you're doing counseling, what are the techniques you can use and how you can use them, we will learn all this during the program. Whether you are a Reiki practitioner, plus you will also learn how to use program, you will be able to deliver your own programs like subconscious mind, you will be able to do your own NLP hypnosis courses. So that will come automatically, right? So managers and leaders can come and attend the program. Trainers, facilitators, coaches can come and attend the program. They will know how to use these techniques in then training and coaching. Corporate employees, HR and L&D, it's a must. NLP techniques are a must for people who work with people, because that is very important. We have to deal with their issues. So this technique will help you build relationship with your employees. For motivation, for sports persons, sports coaches, for sales and marketing professionals, for communicators, influencers, advertising, media, for counselors, therapists, psychiatrists. So I had psychiatrists also coming and attending the program. They are using these techniques. You can go and watch some of the recordings on YouTube as well. So while I have done these live sessions, sessions, I have taken their permissions and uploaded them on YouTube. You can watch them. Entrepreneurs, professionals, healers, Reiki practitioners, for meditation, yoga practitioners, for dietitians, right? Uh, when dietitians know how to use these NLP techniques, they will help their patients stick to the diet. It requires a lot of mental strength. They can help them develop that. Emotional wellness coaches, teachers can use this. So the best part is you learn hypnosis and also NLP. So foundation of NLP, right? So what do you get is you get recordings of the demos. There, some of them are already there on YouTube. You get handouts. So handouts for the theory, recordings of the demo, and practice sessions after the certification program is over. So this is what you're going to get. The investment is 28,500. We are giving 50% discount and inclusive of tax till 31st July. So it will turn out to be 14,250. You can pay this in 3 installments. You get NLP life coach and an NLP practitioner certificate. Now, if you attend Saturday's session that is on NLP life coach and you enroll for this NLP practitioners program, then you get 2 certificates. One is NLP life coach for Saturday and NLP practitioners course for 4 days program which you attend. And this is not all. If you are enrolling till tomorrow, so this is only for participants who have stayed till so long and have attended the complete program. If you attend this if you enroll this program by tomorrow, right, you will get additional 15% discount. That is, you have to pay only 9975, and that too you can pay it in 3 parts. So you can pay one part tomorrow and confirm and block your seat. Next part you can pay in July, and then in August, and then the other part in September during the program. So you have to just pay 3325 and block your seat. When the program starts first day, after that you have to pay 3325 and 3325 in September. So this is how you can pay. Very easy to pay also in small amount. 3 months it will not even affect your pocket. This is a theory which we are going to cover. This is the communication model which we are going to cover, and these are the techniques which we are going to cover. Right. Some of the techniques we are going to practice during the program. You will get the recordings also. They will be also on YouTube, so you can refer them anytime. You have any questions, you are free to connect with me. You will get theory, demonstration, and practice. Right. We will make a WhatsApp group. You will be connected with me on that WhatsApp group. Any questions you have, you can take a time. You can call me. We will discuss, and I will help you out. Right. So that support we will give you. Design and technique we will develop. When I spoke about leadership program, 4 programs. One is happening on 26th. You can share it with your friends and colleagues who are into corporate managers and leaders, entrepreneurs, professionals, self-employed. They can come and attend. Some of the recordings are there on YouTube. If you want these programs to be conducted in-house for your employees, you can connect with me and we can do it on per day basis, do the entire program. If you want to do a train the trainer where you want me to give the entire content to the trainer in-house, we can work on that as well. So thank you very much for staying so long. I'm sorry we are 20 minutes ahead. We have taken 20 minutes more. If you have any queries, you are free to ask. You can call me up on my number. You can check with my team and they will provide you my number. Or you can just search Sanjay Goyal on Google. My mobile number is there on LinkedIn and on YouTube as well. Everywhere on social media. You can call me up anytime for any queries. Till tomorrow, if you have any queries, you can connect with me tomorrow. And you can ask me queries, questions if you have any. So I will wait for a couple of seconds. If you have any questions, you're free to ask before I close the session. So awesome session, sir. Thank you very much. I thank you very much for joining in. I truly appreciate the time and attention you have given to me. It was wonderful interacting with everyone. People says, nice one, sir. Happy to join you. Welcome. Stay connected with us in WhatsApp group. Uma says, relaxed and slept. Yeah, because we all go through a lot of tensions and pressure. As soon as you go through this hypnotherapy, you will feel light and relaxed. Felt very happy and absolutely possible. Janet says, thank you very much for joining in. Stay connected. Sarika says, very relaxed. Thank you very much. Very relaxed and aware. Yeah. Thank you so much for the efforts you have taken in making this session so interesting and inspiring. Lord, God bless you richly. Thank you very much, Janet, for your wonderful wishes. Thank you very much. Stay connected. I look forward to your valuable participation in coming programs. So I assume there are no more questions. If you have anything, you are free to call me tomorrow or any other time. If I am in a training program, I will not be able to answer your call, but I will reply back if you leave a message for me on WhatsApp. Because we get a lot of marketing calls, banks, credit cards, and so on. So very difficult to know who is actually interested in asking for help. If you want to have one-to-one sessions with me, if you have any specific issues to deal with, you are free to connect with me. I have helped many to find their foot, find their life back. So thank you very much once again for joining in late evening and staying late in late evening. The entire recording is on YouTube. You should subscribe my channel and watch it back so that you can see what was happening to you during the process. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time, wonderful life ahead. Goodbye. Take care. Looking forward to your participation in upcoming sessions. Share it with your friends and colleagues. This is Sanjay Goyal signing off. Thank you very much. Bye. Take care. And all the best for your future. Thank you, Anandita, for being there, joining in for this session on time and being so interactive. Thanks to everyone.